So hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emerald. I call my channel All Things Emerald. Today we are going to do a get ready with me for a birthday dinner. It's a casual dinner and it's pouring down rain outside, so I just did like a simple little look. So if you want to see how I got to this look, yeah, stay tuned. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I appreciate you watching. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off with getting my hair together before I jump in the shower. So far this morning I bleached the knots. This is I want to say it's a 4x4 closure. A 4x4 closure wig. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. And I've bleached the knots, which if you want to see how I bleach my knots, I'll tag the video in the card above so you can go back and watch that if you would like. So I did that. I used my Ebens so far and put what you call this, whatever these things are called, and I need to probably wash this or use another one. But so then we got that. I'm gonna wait till later to clean up the sides and stuff because I need to cut this off. And I just take my time with cutting it. I use these little embroidery scissors because they can really get in there. Try to do like a little zigzaggy type part because I don't want like a straight across line. I feel like that always just looks so, you can kind of tell, but if you kind of trick the eye a little bit. I just want to make sure I don't get. Yeah, I've not ever really worn this type of curly wig before, but it's like super easy because you don't really have to do a lot. I feel like it's raining outside and stuff anyways, and I just wanted like a carefree, easy thing. So I'll style it later, especially up here. Like this part is just not cute. If I do decide to do baby hairs, I gotta get them all set aside. Yeah.
It's something about you that's so familiar, something that's got me wanting to know you. And I can't put my finger on it, but it feels like I've been here before. It's something about me that makes me wonder. I swear I met you, but you're a stranger, and I can't put my finger on quite what it is. Oh, but I've been here before. Maybe it was me before you here. I should really go the way, but I stay.
Yeah, so that's all we're gonna do for the hair for right now. I'm about to take a shower, wash my face, and get like my skincare makeup part underway. And I still don't know what I'm gonna wear because it's raining, but then the sun came out, but I don't know if it's cold. And the place we're going is a casual place. I just wanted something that I knew would be good, and anytime we try to switch it up and go somewhere different, like against our better judgment, it always ends up being nasty or just like horrible service. So I'm going to this Mexican restaurant here where I live, and yeah. Alright, so now I got that back on. Got the baby hairs back if we end up using them. This kind of hair looks weird on me. I have to like play with it a little bit. So I'm gonna actually wait till I do my makeup before I worry too much about it. We are about to go. We're about to take a shower, get the skincare stuff underway. And I'm not going to do anything crazy with the makeup today just because it never works out for me when I start trying to get too fancy. So I'm going to attempt to do like a soft glam type of vibe. So I'll see y'all in a minute. So we're back. I have on my little mask from Sephora that I showed, I think a couple videos ago, but it's these. Where's the little label thing? There it is. And I love these. And I feel like when I do my makeup and stuff, I always get like so hot. I'm always burning up. So having something like that to cool me down helps. I'm just going to clip my hair. So I'll start with brows just because I just want to get it over with. So I'm trying to see what I want to use. I think I want to use this. So I have this eyelash glue that's clear. Now I use the dark for my lashes a lot, but I saw that they had a clear and I was like, well, let me try this. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of this actually on my eyebrows, what little eyebrows I do have. I just use the back of my hand a lot of times because my eyebrows disappear. They just start melting and there's just not much there. So I have to try to now, the only thing about doing something like this that sucks is that if you mess up or put too much, then you have like this huge then you have to go back and try to fix it, but it's like the brows are already locked into place. Brow thing.
Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback, the payback. You show me kisses, hardly in your lap, all luxury. I only wanna fly those clouds to the sun, 'cause you are my city. So I get the way we ride, our passion it just multiplies. There's black lightning in the sky, looking like a queen. This skyline is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. Wanna show you us like Egyptian cotton. We're so rich in love, we're rolling in cashmere. Got it in biscuits, baby. Down in your road, it's looking so sparkly. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback, the payback. Sugar honey, sexy baby, only touch it turns to gold. Sensitive and delicate, cuddling the tuberose. You know you are my treasure chest. You're perfection when we kiss, and you're my mister, I'm your miss. Gonna be until we're old. This skyline is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. When I show you us like Egyptian cotton. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback, the payback. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Trying so hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. Working so hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback, the payback. Cha-ching, we're not gonna blow it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we're hooked up with the love 'cause we grow it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, we gon' have to run it low when we slow it. Cha-ching, cha-ching, you gotta like the. This skyline is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. Wanna show you like Egyptian cotton. So hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. So hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. So hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. The payback, the payback. So hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. So hard, saving up the paper, now we get to lay back. So hard every night and day, and now we get.
I'm going to take this Juvia's Place, and it's so dirty. The Warrior Tooth Palette, which this was actually sent to me by mistake. I ordered a different one. I forgot what it was called, but it was kind of a similar name. and they sent me this one instead. It was the one that has all the different colors in it that I ordered. So it was nothing like nothing like this with these neutral colors. So when I first received this, I was bummed because it was not what I was expecting. You know, I didn't order this, but I like it. I'll get some use out of it. And I'm using the shade, whatever this top one is, Yodit. I'm just putting that because I'm not really probably going to do a ton of shadow today. You could also, if you don't have like this type of palette, you could also just use your bronzer here. Perfectly fine to do that. And that's just like the base color. And all right, so now here's where I have to make a decision. Do I just like leave it basic like this, or do I want to kind of build on it? I think I might just do a little bit of, I want it to be pretty still neutral. So I'm gonna take, what did I use this for? The concealer. I'm gonna take this same brush that I used to put the concealer and stuff in. And I'm hoping this doesn't turn out too white, but I'm gonna take this very bottom color here, this very bottom shade, which is Zag, whatever you call it, this one here. And we're gonna put that on the lid just to I need a different mirror. It's so hard to look at the mirror back there and be mindful of my little things are coming up. We're about to take these off in a minute anyways, but trying to get some last little minute hydration. All right. All right, so I like that. We're gonna do that on this side. All right, so the last shade I'm gonna go in with for now, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna stick to this palette. We're just gonna use the same palette for the whole eye. Child, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade here, Jamada. And this is like a little knockoff 224. It's all bent up, but it still works. I guess a MAC dupe or something. I don't really know much about brushes. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Jamada. This is when it kind of can get crazy because when I start trying to pack on other stuff, let's see. I want to split that up between both eyes because I don't want it to get. I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension so it does at least look like I have one shadow, but I didn't want it to be too much of anything. Just kind of wanted to go with a neutral. Kind of look. All right, where did that go? We're gonna do the other eye. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit. I don't want to go too overboard with it. All right, so now take these off. Just gonna take my makeup remover cloth. So we're gonna go ahead and prime now. Posted a Sephora haul a couple videos ago, and I bought the large Milk Hydro Grip primer, the big one. I took that one back with my other stuff I took back and got this smaller one, just because I don't wear my makeup enough to have, sorry, I look a mess. I just have to get comfortable when I do my makeup because I burn up. Where's the other one? I saw that there's a dupe for it, and it's this e.l.f. And theirs is called Power Grip Primer, and this one is in the shade Clear. So I figured I would just do a test and put one on one side, one on the other, and see. So first of all, here's what they look like. This one was $18, and I got this one at Ulta, and it was about $10 or $11. It might be cheaper other places, but right off the bat, you can see the difference in the size. 10 milliliters. How many is this? 24. So the Milk is 10 milliliters and the e.l.f. is 24 milliliters. Alright, so I'm going to use these to prime here and here. And then I watch a YouTuber named Team Stacy. Primes her face with lotion. This, how do you say, calamine maybe? Calamine lotion, I think is how it's pronounced. So I was going to use this on like the perimeter of my face, especially like my hairline, just because I just feel like that part always gets so like muddy and just messy from just the hair products I use and just maybe the way that I sweat in general. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this here and a little bit of this here. So right off the bat, they feel pretty similar, honestly. I feel like the e.l.f. kind of has a grip to it almost right away where it kind of makes it hard to kind of even spread it out. This one is kind of the same, but it took a few extra seconds to get to the point where it was like that. So, but really they feel about the same. Now I'm just going to put whatever's left right here and go ahead and do, I really don't know if this is going to work out for me. I'm going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Hopefully this doesn't cause no type of crazy reaction. My camera's about to die, so I gotta go. Let's put this all right here. And then I'm just gonna take what's left and put that again right here. I put way too much on this side. It's hard to blend in. Now I could take off my scarf and start trying to like worry about my hair right now, but I feel like it's gonna probably piss me off. I'm gonna finish my face and just get that done and then worry about it. All right, so that's good enough for now. I'm gonna go ahead and go change my my camera battery out because it's gonna die anyways, and I don't want it to die when I'm like in the middle of something. So I don't know, it feels like my face looks super ashy, right? But hopefully it all comes together. I don't want to do color corrector. Let me see if I still have some. I have a True Complexion HD corrector. Does it have a shade? I don't know if it has a specific shade. I mostly like to use this around my mouth because I hate the color, I mean the darkness. I'll just put a little bit. And I honestly don't even really know how to use this, to be honest. I just know you're supposed to, you can put it under your eyes or what have you. So we'll do a little bit there. I like to use this Real Techniques Glow Finish Blend Extender. And I'm just going to spray this on my little sponge thing. I need a mirror because I'm too far away. Alright, so I feel like the concealer kind of takes away from the whatchamacallit, the bronzer that I already put on, which is fine. I just like to try to start mapping out everything just as soon as I can. So we're going to use our Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She's Vibrant. So you're supposed to put on the cream one first, then the powder one. Excuse my ashy hands. That's nothing new around here, but that's okay. We're going to fix it before we leave. And this is really, really pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. It's super, super pigmented, but blush always disappears off my face so quick. So what we're gonna do is pat that in. And try to kind of blend that into blend that into the bronzer that's still there. Let me stop and see here. And then I'll put the I'm gonna put the powder one on in a little while. Is how I'm gonna do it, right? Is that how you're supposed to do it? I don't know if you're supposed to kind of do it all at once. Let me do a little bit. I'll take a little bit of the powder just to see. So I would hate for it to not like adhere correctly. But that's a lot of blush. But it's like once you start blending stuff in and putting finishing stuff on it, it kind of disappears off my face. So it's looking crazy right now. It looks like a ton of blush, but I'm just gonna let that kind of settle in and then tone it down. Where's the eye stuff? I want to finish my eyes really quickly. Alright, so I have I'm going to take this eyeliner. This is a Scandalized Waterproof Gel Pencil. And this is in shade Black 001. And I'm just going to take this and put this on my top lash line. Alright, and then we're going to do, I don't know why doing my lashes makes me so nervous. It literally does every time. I try to put it off as much as I can. It just makes me nervous because I don't always want to wear lashes when I do my makeup, but when I want to wear them and it doesn't work out, I hate it. So I'm either going to choose, excuse the packaging, I'm either going to choose these, Feline Vibe number 3 by I Envy by Kiss, or I'm going to use these Kiss. I actually bought these during Halloween, but I thought they were so pretty. Like if you look past the Halloween packaging, I thought those were really nice. So these were like $3, and this is Cassandra. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. Is that the move? This one is the Feline Vibe Cat Fox Eye Look. Or do I want to use these? We're going to sit this one on the other eye and just see if we can tell. I might start cutting my lashes too, because I notice when I put my lashes on, my eyes just do not want to act right. They just want to do what they want. So I'm thinking if I cut them and put them on in sections, 2 different sections. And I've been doing this like little, you know how you wrap it around your finger to kind of shape it, but it just never gels well. And I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. Okay, so let me hold them up on the correct side of what's what. So here's the different ones. I feel like either one of these will work, honestly. So let's do these. We'll do the Feline Vibe. That band is pretty easy to work with. I don't think I'll cut them this time. So let me put those on and make sure it's coming out first of all. And a little goes a long way with this glue. You don't need a ton. I'm just gonna like put it on the line. See, like, I don't know if y'all can tell on camera, but in person, like, the blush is already starting to blend in. And I know everything needs to be blended in really well. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. But I just try not to do too much before I need to. I might have to pop off screen to put these on because I can't really see in the viewfinder and I need to get up close. So give me just a second. So one down, and I'm out of Visine. I normally put Visine in my eyes before I put makeup on just because I like my eyes to be really white. And once I start putting lashes and stuff on, they always end up getting so red. I'm not really going to worry about it that much. We're just going to a dinner. It's like a casual dinner. We've been out to eat and just running around and stuff. So I just want like a good, consistent meal. with some good service and get my ass back home and chill, because I gotta work tomorrow, so I ain't trying to get too crazy. It's literally such a blessing though. Birthdays nowadays, the older I get, the more I'm just like super blessed just to be celebrating another year around the sun. I'm gonna take that clip out just because I want to start seeing what we're dealing with. Alright, so and this is the eye that be acting up the most, honestly. So when I start with this eye, then the other one be acting up, so y'all know how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Let me put a little bit more bronzer. I want to cross over that blush because I don't like that to be red right there, but I like it to blend, so I put the bronzer over it. Alright, why wouldn't I take this off a long time ago? I don't understand. Should have been took this off. Trying to figure out, these are my baby hairs that I might not even end up using. And where's my bronzer? Let's just take what's on. I'm taking what's left over on here on my brush first, just because I don't know, I might end up doing baby hairs, so it's no sense in wasting some new products if I can just use what's already on my brush. My forehead be foreheading. ass products because who cares? We're going to use this old liquid sculpting gel. Oh! Child, what the hell? I mostly like the ends to not look crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and wear my little beauty supply store earrings. They're a little bit ghetto, but honey, so am I. I like them. They're just these silver. Are they gonna fall off? Okay, so I'm running late, of course, but for fragrance, what I have on is Billie Eilish. So I put that on when I got out of the shower, and I'm gonna put a little bit more of it now. And then I'm gonna mix that with the Dossier Ambery Saffron, which is a dupe for Baccarat. Smells really good, but it's really strong too. So, yeah. Here's the look. I'm just wearing jeans and these shoes because it's raining. I was gonna wear heels, but why even risk falling when it's raining outside? So I just have on these Azalea Wang from Akira, Shop Akira I think it's called, and some jeans. And yeah, my beauty supply store earrings that I like so much. I think they're so cute. And yeah, that's the look. So let's go. So hey, it's the next day. I just wanted to jump back on here really quick and say that as far as the e.l.f. versus the Milk Hydro Grip, whatever, the primers, I didn't notice a difference at all. Like, I didn't notice one bit of difference. So I mean, that can mean a lot of things for a lot of people. I mean, the product itself, to me, it seems like it works the same as far as like how it made my makeup last. I just felt like both sides of my face ended up looking the exact same at the end of the day. So basically, I don't know if that means that the product did what it was supposed to do and all of that. I like to use each of them individually for a while and just see. But as far as like at the end of the day, it was the same. I felt like my face was exactly the same. So I will say that they're a dupe in that sense. I still have to use them a little bit longer to see if I would recommend one or the other or either. If you're wanting to save some money, then I definitely would say get the e.l.f. versus the Milk, just on the simple fact that it's cheaper and you get way more. So yeah, and then my lashes, they ended up staying on. I didn't know that that glue would make them stay on like that. So I just am gonna work around them and see how long they last, because like I used to get lash extensions, but I'm not even gonna start a random story. So yeah, those ended up staying on, so that's a good option too if anyone's looking for a glue that stays longer than a day. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next one. Bye.